Here we're going to learn how to multiply and divide fractions. So if you have fractions and you're going to multiply, for example, 2/3 times 7/10, all you do in a straightforward way is simply multiply across. So you can think of that as 2 times 7 is going to go on top, 3 times 10 is going to go on bottom. So 2 times 7 is 14. 3 times 10 is 30. So you just multiply straight across when you're doing fractions. Numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Now you can see that our answer is not in lowest terms. And if you don't know what lowest terms means, you should watch the video on Facebook. So now we have to translate that to lowest terms. We can see that both the numerator and the denominator can be divided by 2. So 14 divided by 2 is 7, 30 divided by 2 is 15. So our final answer is going to be 7/15 in lowest terms. So that's one way to do it, is multiply straight across and then put your answer in lowest terms. How you can also think about it is what we call canceling. And so you can look at, it's the same idea as lowest terms, but now you're looking at the diagonals. So 2 and 10 and 3 and 7. So what number can go into 2 and 10 evenly? Well, both of those can be divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we make that a 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5, so we make that a 5. So now we have 1 times 7 over 3 times 5. 1 times 7 is 7, 3 times 5 is 15. So you see we end up with the answer already in lowest terms if we do some cancellations prior to the multiplication. But either way is valid. So you can do the multiplication right away, reduce it to lowest terms, or you can cancel and get an answer in lowest terms. Let's do another example. If we have 4 9s times 3 14ths. So again, we can do it straight across. 4 times 3 is 12. 9 times 14 is 126. And then we can see that both of those can be divided by 6. So we end up with 2 21sts. Or if we look at this, again, we're looking at the diagonals. 4 and 14 can both be divided by 2. So we make that 4 divided by 2 is 2. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Then we look at the other diagonal. 3 and 9 can both be divided by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then we multiply 2 times 1 equals 2. 3 times 7 is 21. So we get the same answer. For dividing fractions, if we have, for example, 7/11ths divided by 2/3, we do what we call invert and multiply. So whichever fraction you're dividing by, you're going to invert, which just means flip it upside down, and then you're going to multiply. So this becomes 7/11 times 3 over 2. We just inverted, swapped the numerator and denominator and what you're dividing by, and then we're going to multiply instead of divide. So now we have 7 over 11 times 3 over 2. We multiply it straight across, we have 21 22nds. And that is in lowest terms. There's no number that can be divided into 21 and 22 evenly. We do another one. 5/6 divided by 10/13. Again, we're going to invert and multiply. So we have 5/6 times 13 over 10. You can do it straight across. 5 times 13 is 65. 6 times 10 is 60. We know that both of those can be divided by 5. So you end up with 13 over 12. Or again, when we get to the multiplication stage, we look at 5 and 10, can both be divided by 5, and then we multiply straight across. 1 times 13 is 13, 6 times 2 is 12. So the key to multiplying is you just multiply straight across, numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. With division, you invert what you're dividing by, and then you multiply, just like you normally multiply fractions.